For the second game in a row at the Garden, the Knicks looked to pull off a comeback victory, but on Sunday, they fell short, losing to the Phoenix Suns 116 to 113. So let's talk some Knicks basketball. We're going to do it with the team beat writer for the New York Post. That is Stefan Bondy. Steph, how are things going for you?
It's good. You know, tough loss, but it followed a thrilling win against the Miami Heat. So, you know, two very close games and two thrillers at the Garden back-to-back.
Yeah, two thrillers at the Garden back-to-back. And if you're a Knicks fan, you wanted both, but you got to split there, so you can't be too mad, I guess. But, you know, I guess you can always be mad as well, too. But, Steph, the Knicks, they
can be mad. They can always be mad.
Yes. I have a good friend who always says that. You can always be mad. Somebody can always find a reason to be mad. But in this one, the Knicks, they dropped this game to the Suns. They were without Kevin Durant, and the team at the start didn't seem to have that much energy for this game. Was this game, which I think might be viewed by many as a winnable one for the Knicks, do you view it as a bad loss?
Yeah. I mean, listen, there was no excuse for giving up 14 offensive rebounds in the first half, and there was no excuse for letting Eric Gordon just drop wide open threes on them right from the beginning. So, yeah, it was definitely a winnable game. They didn't have not only Kevin Durant, but Bradley Beal, who's dealing with that back issue, and they weren't able to stop, their big one, Devin Booker, who obviously hit the big shot. But beyond that, they were dominated on the glass. And that's a big problem because that is the identity of the New York Knicks is winning the rebounding battle. And they did not do that tonight.
They did not do that. The team was the best rebounding team in the league coming to this game. The Knicks, they were out-rebounded 47-38 in this one. Steph, late in this game, we saw the Knicks, rally from a 15-point deficit to take the lead and keep it close. Mitchell Robinson, he struggled from the free throw line. He's shooting just over 36% from the line this season. As good as he's been defensively and on the glass, should Knicks fans be concerned about his inability to hit free throws and stay on the floor in the fourth quarter of close games?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big concern, and it actually reached the point today where Phoenix employed the hack-a-mitch, and, it kind of backfired because they ended up calling a take foul on him, and Brunson actually missed the extra free throw anyway. But listen, you can't have a guy on the floor who's in big moments who's only shooting 35% on free throws, and it's only gotten worse for him for some reason from the free charity stripe. He said coming into the season that he was working on that shot. He was applying more arc to it, and it was going to get better, but it's only gotten worse. And it is a problem. It cannot be that low. That's an issue.
It can't be that low. Can't have him on the floor. That in the close games late is going to be a problem for the Knicks. There, something you got to keep your eye on going forward if you're Mitchell Robinson and the Knicks or a Knicks fan. Talk about the end of this game here, Steph, because Devin Booker hits the game-winning shot with 1.7 seconds left. What did you make of the Knicks' defense on the Suns' final possession? Should they have trapped Booker harder the second time he got the ball, or is the shot that he made just one that you say, hey, I'm going to tip your hat to the offensive player and live with it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, listen, it was a heck of a shot, and it was ironic because 2 nights earlier, Jimmy Butler had almost the same exact shot from the same exact spot, but he missed it. In this situation, Devin Booker made it. And, that was basically Julius Randle's sentiment after the game was like, there's nothing more I could have done. I was right there on the closeout. You just tip your hat to him. Having watched the replay, I think maybe if Julius knew how much time was remaining and he knew that Devin Booker was definitely going to pull up for a three-pointer, that he could have closed out harder on that. But there was still 1.2 seconds left. Devin Booker could have made a move to drive. He even said he thought about it afterwards. The only reason he didn't is because it's hard to get foul calls on the road. When he was driving to the hoop, you kind of look for that contact. So he just pulled up for a three-pointer instead. So, no, I think the defense was good enough. It was just a heck of a shot by Devin Booker.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to tip your hat. It was a heck of a shot indeed. Knicks got away with one on Friday. Don't get away with one this time on Sunday. Last thing for me, Steph, the Knicks, their next game is Tuesday when they host the Hornets. That's going to be their final in-season tournament group stage game. What are the keys to the Knicks getting a win on Tuesday at the Garden and hopefully advancing to the knockout round of the tournament?
Well, they're in good shape for the knockout round as long as they win, because their point differential is good for a wild card spot, even if they don't win their group. So they're in a good spot if they win. And listen, the Hornets, they've already beaten them handily twice. And I think LaMelo Ball went down with a sprained ankle, so he's going to be iffy. His availability is going to be iffy. It is definitely a game the Knicks should win, and I think they're in a good spot to make the quarterfinals of the in-season tournament.
All right, we'll see what happens with the Knicks on Tuesday night if they take care of business at the Garden against the Hornets. Stefan Bondy will be there. He is the great beat writer covering the Knicks for the New York Post. Steph, as always, thank you for the time. Appreciate it, bro.
All right, man. Anytime.
All right.